Hello everyone. A wrong decision, an unexpected change in the weather, or a moment of lost control can all lead to unforeseen incidents. Let's explore these situations caught on camera and the lessons behind them. A powerful lightning bolt struck the vehicle, but the person inside remained safe, thanks to the protective structure of its metal body. Nature seemed like a strict housekeeper today, gently reminding everyone that it was time to head indoors and get some rest. The vast open space doesn't reduce the danger because boats can still become targets for lightning. In South Broome, South Africa, a massive wave suddenly crashed into a seaside restaurant, injuring several people and reminding us that the ocean should always be respected. Everyday life in Erzincan was disrupted when streams overflowed their usual boundaries after heavy rainfall. Lightning can turn a sturdy tree into a dangerous hazard within seconds. A quarry landslide shows the harsh reality of mining, where every working day requires a high level of awareness. In Bihar, an unfinished bridge suffered a serious failure, raising questions about its structural safety. Just 1 second later could have changed everything. Luck arrived when the two people made it into the car just before lightning struck. This isn't a disaster, it's a carefully planned demolition, as the 22-story Capital One Tower was brought down to make way for something new. With oversized cargo, such as a turbine blade, drivers need to carefully calculate the route width and clearance before crossing an intersection. Is a warning sign really enough to keep everyone safe? Fortunately, no casualties were reported in this incident. The swirling sand is a visible warning. Anyone standing nearby could also be affected by the airflow and objects carried along with it. Have you ever witnessed a lightning bolt this close? Unusual sounds became a warning sign, helping the man leave in time before the floodwaters rushed in. The bridge seemed like a solid connection, but against the raging floodwaters, it looked like a tiny toy in the face of nature's power. Nature seemed to be redrawing its own contours as the entire mountainside suddenly collapsed before everyone's eyes. A safe journey begins with the smallest things, wearing a helmet, maintaining balance, and never carrying more passengers than allowed. Parked normally by the sidewalk, the vehicle suddenly became the center of a chaotic situation. Would facing a long-horned giant head-on on such a narrow road make your hands shake on the steering wheel? A meeting between two worlds, human technology facing the raw power of wild nature. The vehicle suddenly became the Jaguar's target, but fortunately the cabin remained safe, and only the windshield was damaged. The sky seemed to send down an incredibly powerful flash of light, turning a few brief seconds into a scene viewers couldn't look away from. Ankang City, Shaanxi Province, China was hit by severe flooding, but watching from a safe distance was the smarter choice at that moment. Flooding can weaken structures quickly. When signs of instability appear, keeping a safe distance is always the right choice. This is why it's best to limit outdoor travel during severe storms, because even one powerful gust of wind can create unpredictable hazards. Leave a 1 if this is one of the strongest storms you've ever witnessed. When the barrier is down, it means stop. Never try to cross the tracks once the warning system has been activated. Hopefully, this vehicle won't make the same mistake again. The magnitude 7.4 earthquake in Colombia shook Pereira, causing part of a building to collapse and leaving behind an unforgettable scene. A construction project unintentionally created a risk for the neighboring house, showing the importance of proper engineering and careful calculations. An unforgettable experience that will probably make the man more cautious every time he uses an elevator in the future. Glass windows may offer a beautiful view, but this moment reminds us that locations close to the roadway still require careful consideration. If you work in the construction industry, what do you think initially caused this incident? The city sky seemed to switch into light show mode as lightning transformed an ordinary moment into a spectacular scene. The rising water moved like an endless convoy, surging across the bridge and revealing the true power of a flood. Right now, are you witnessing the power of nature through a phone, computer, or TV screen? A road can be transformed within minutes when a landslide occurs, completely cutting off traffic for hours. The luxury car suddenly became a character in an action movie when the road ahead disappeared as if it had never existed. Sitting too close to the roadway always carries risks, because a single loss of control incident can bring danger dangerously close. Despite many dangerous incidents involving people crossing lowered railway barriers, some still ignore the warnings and put themselves at risk. It's hard to understand why some people still try to cross the tracks even after the barrier has come down, ignoring such a clear warning signal. Transporting wild animals certainly isn't a job for anyone who lacks composure, and this rhino made the workday especially memorable. The stick in his hand probably wasn't much help when the police officer suddenly found himself facing a determined four-legged opponent. The driver thought he was completing the job, but the herd of wild buffalo turned the moment into an unexpected negotiation. These images show the incredible power of nature. What type of natural disaster occurs most often where you live?
Como ven.
An ordinary moment in nature as the flowing water gradually caused the tree trunks to shift with the current.
Esto, nunca visto de lo que llevo para que vean. Ojo, más atrás, más atrás, más atrás. Bueno, esto es increíble. Increíble lo que estamos viviendo acá en el barrio Casabó, municipio A. Para que lo vean en directo lo que...
Even a small change underground can affect the surface. The incident at Hakata Station shows just how complex underground construction can be. The vehicles below looked tiny as the entire mountainside began to move, because even vehicles weighing tons become small before the movement of a whole mountain slope. Highway 40 in Quebec, Canada, became an unexpected runway as the pilot handled the emergency with remarkable experience and calmness without hitting anything. Do you feel dizzy watching this moment?
You put another line out for it.
Considering this level of damage, the vehicle may be difficult to repair and could end its journey at the scrapyard. The sky suddenly turned into a sea of fire when the aircraft encountered trouble, but the remarkable part is that people still had a chance to survive. In just a few seconds, powerful winds completely changed the situation. Fortunately, the people nearby had a chance to get out of danger. What looks like walking through clouds is actually caused by strong seasonal winds carrying fine sand across the road, creating a surreal visual effect. In Val Martello, South Tyrol, Italy, winter beauty turned into a challenge when an avalanche rushed down the mountainside, threatening the homes below. After the earthquake tremor in Chipperson, the mountainside seemed to release a massive cloud of dust that covered the entire surrounding area. This moment shows why protective equipment is always necessary, because it can help reduce risks when unexpected incidents occur. Sometimes gaining just a few seconds can come at far too high a price. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? Or is this vehicle really floating in midair? Did you realize from the very first second that this was only a condensation trail behind the aircraft and not some mysterious phenomenon? A rare moment when sunlight was completely blocked, revealing the extraordinary beauty of the universe. Sometimes letting them leave on their own is much safer than trying to approach or chase them away. Rhinos not only possess tremendous strength, but also have territorial instincts that make keeping a safe distance extremely important. When an elephant appears on the road, humans are simply visitors in its territory and need to respect its space. The wind acted like an unexpected director, changing the scene in the middle of the fun with a swirling sand display that caught everyone's attention.
Nunca vi isso, olha o povo correndo. Meu Deus do céu, voando ali. Olha, vai vir aqui na minha cara. Vai vir aqui. O rapaz pegou.
One thoughtless action can put both yourself and others in a dangerous situation. With earthquakes, even a small tremor can be enough to make many people panic, because no one knows what will happen next. The waterfall at Pali created an impressive scene after heavy rainfall, but standing in such a powerful current can be a dangerous choice. An excavator may be extremely heavy, but if it isn't properly secured, just one sharp turn can be enough to send it out of its safe position. This dangerous overtaking maneuver reminds us that good judgment matters more than speed. When danger approaches, sometimes your legs react faster than your mind. An accident scene isn't a place to remain for too long because additional hazards can still occur. On Interstate 71 in Ohio, USA, one driver's decision to brake suddenly caused a chain reaction crash involving several vehicles behind. The visit from these two bulls left behind one difficult question: who will be responsible for the bill at the end of the day? A thrilling wildlife park tour became even more intense when visitors watched Elvis the crocodile being fed live from incredibly close range enough to give anyone goosebumps. A mother's instinct makes the mother bear more alert than ever when she senses that her cubs may be at risk. The house seemed to struggle against each tremor from the ground, but in the end it couldn't withstand the power of the earthquake. This train in Bangladesh will probably make your own rush hour commute home seem much easier by comparison. From above, Etna looks like a giant forge of the Earth where the energy hidden inside the planet is revealed. Amid the smoke and flames covering Big Sur, aerial firefighters are using skill and technology to prevent the fire from spreading further. On Shalamja Road in Basra, a man was lucky to survive when a vehicle lost control, showing how danger can appear without warning. Sometimes even a small warning sign can make all the difference. By recognizing the danger, the woman managed to avoid a dangerous situation in time. The vehicle can be repaired, but what matters most is that everyone remained safe after this incident. Wild animals always have the right of way here. We just have to wait a little. The sunset painted the sky golden as thousands of pigeons took flight together, creating a mesmerizing scene. Every incident begins with a very small moment, but the way people respond can lead to a very different outcome. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to keep exploring.